All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today I want to have a discussion with you guys about something that happened in Boruto chapter 78, which is that we finally got the fulfillment of the prophecy that was given to us by Momoshiki at the end of the versus Momoshiki arc, after he was defeated by the combined teamwork of Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto, when Boruto dealt the final blow to Momoshiki by using the Rasengan that was given to him by Naruto, and Momoshiki came to Boruto right before right as he was planting the karma mark on Boruto, and he ended up telling him this prophecy that a lot of people have been speculating and theorizing about what it could mean for years at this point, which is that according to Momoshiki, those blue eyes will eventually take everything away from you. Now, as I said, for years people have been speculating and theorizing about what this could mean. What did Momoshiki mean when he said that those blue eyes will eventually take everything away from you? Well, when we got Boruto chapter 78, we finally saw what Momoshiki meant, which is that we saw the true nature of what Ada's ability actually is and why she has this seemingly broken ability of just enchanting everyone around her, save for, of course, blood relatives and Otsutsuki. We found out that the true nature of her ability stems from an ability called omnipotence. Now, if you don't know, to basically sum it up, omnipotence is basically the manifestation of someone's desire. So Ada, because of her desire to be loved, the ability indirectly got activated by Ada, and it made everyone, according to what it said in the Boruto manga, her prisoner. Now, everyone she comes in contact with, except for, like I said, Otsutsuki members and blood relatives, are immediately enchanted by her. And according to Amado, it's different for everyone. Some people fall in love with her. Some people feel a different way. Some people feel a different way towards her. All what really matters at the end of the day is that everyone is basically her slave. They cannot do anything against her. And so that is why she has this broken ability. It's because of this ability that she didn't even know she had, called omnipotence. And because she was close to Kawaki, and when Kawaki expressed his strong desire to essentially take Boruto's place, and how he believed it would be a lot easier if that was the case, because it would help him fulfill his new goal of erasing the Otsutsuki clan, which of course includes Momoshiki. But in order to do that, it would require him to kill Boruto, because Boruto and him are now linked, and you can't get rid of Momoshiki without getting rid of Boruto. And of course, everyone in the village was not just going to allow that to happen, specifically Naruto, which is what led to Kawaki sealing away Naruto. And because Kawaki was expressing that strong desire, her ability, once again, inadvertently or indirectly, to be more specific, was activated. And she essentially made it to where now, in everyone's mind, Boruto is Kawaki and Kawaki is Boruto. So Boruto now in everyone's mind has always been Kawaki. He was the one who was taken in by Naruto. He was taken in by the village and given a home. And then in response to all of that, ended up, according to what Kawaki told Ada to tell Shikamaru and everyone else, he ended up killing Naruto, which has essentially turned the whole world now against Boruto, who again they believe to be Kawaki. So this is essentially again the fulfillment of the prophecy that Momoshiki said. He even says so himself in chapter 79 and even in chapter 80, that now this ability is essentially permanent, according to Momoshiki, unless it turns out that he's lying and he's just saying this to try to basically fuck with Boruto. According to Momoshiki, this ability has permanently changed things in people's minds. Now, even if, according to Momoshiki, if you kill Ada, it's not going to reverse the ability. This is now permanent. Again, it could be that Momoshiki is possibly lying. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see until the story unfolds. Maybe there is a way to reverse this ability. Again, we're just going to have to wait and see. But for now, let's just go off of the assumption that Momoshiki is telling the truth and that this ability is irreversible, and that once it's been cast, it cannot be changed. It can't go back to how it was before. This is essentially the new quote unquote reality in everyone's minds. Boruto was Kawaki and Kawaki was Boruto. And we found out that even though there's a lot of things that don't make a lot of sense, that don't add up, according to Sasuke, he brought up the fact that Boruto has his headband, even though his memories tell him he gave it to Kawaki, who again he believes is Boruto. Boruto has the scar over his right eye, even though Kawaki is the one who's supposed to have it. Kawaki is obviously enhanced by Amato's ninja tech, and even though it's supposed to be Boruto, and of course, probably the biggest piece of evidence is that Sasuke specifically says that I can sense Momoshiki is sealed inside of you, even though that's supposed to be Kawaki. But according to Sasuke, even though he knows all these things, he feels this power inside of him that is telling him to ignore all these things. And according to him, it's getting stronger and stronger. And it might lead to a point where even Sasuke, as strong as he is mentally, will end up just giving in to whatever this power is telling him to believe. So if someone as mentally strong as Sasuke is having trouble keeping this power at bay to basically go along with what he wants to do, then you can believe that pretty much everyone else in the world has no chance of resisting this, because it's been shown to us time and time again, especially in the Naruto manga, that Sasuke is incredibly strong mentally. Like, he is incredibly strong against people trying to manipulate him. It was shown to us when Orochimaru gave him the curse mark, and during the Chunin exam prelims, when the curse mark was trying to take over, Sasuke was able to push it back and seal it away, and everyone around him showed how insane that was of a feat, because they know about the curse mark, they know what it can do to people, and the fact that Sasuke at such a young age was able to resist it showed people just how strong his mental energy actually is. And then of course later on, when Orochimaru tried to do the immortality jutsu against him, he was able to resist that, he was able to reverse it, and just more and more examples showing us just how strong Sasuke is mentally. So if he's saying that he's having trouble resisting this, then yes, you can absolutely believe that everyone else probably has absolutely no chance of resisting it. And so all of these things leading to Boruto essentially, quote unquote, losing everything, which according to Boruto in chapter 80, he even outright states to Momoshiki that I don't consider this to be losing everything, because he is just going to go and do essentially what Naruto did in the Naruto manga, which is that he is going to show everyone who he is, and that he is indeed Boruto Uzumaki. He is Naruto's son. One way or another, he will make everyone see the truth. Now, to basically give my thoughts on the whole prophecy, which is essentially what this video is actually about, as you'll be able to tell from the title, because this is something that has been built up for years. You know, again, the prophecy telling us that Boruto is going to lose everything. What does it mean? And what do I feel about it essentially being that he only lost everything because of someone's ability manipulating everyone around him to believing something that is actually not true. I gotta be honest, while I understand what I think Kishimoto was going for, because we do know that Kishimoto is the writer here, you know, ever since he took over for Kodachi. Personally, for me, I don't know whether I really like that this is how the prophecy ended up happening. I thought that what was going to happen was probably due to something that Boruto himself ended up doing that led to people possibly turning against him, that he may have made a decision that he at the time believed to be the right one, but it inadvertently led to something bad happening, and it caused people around him to start to slowly turn against him. And not only that, because they know that he has this being, this alien being that is sealed inside of him that can take over at any moment and could end up essentially causing havoc, not just around the Leaf Village, but also around the world. I thought that that could possibly lead to everyone basically slowly starting to turn against him, sort of like what we saw with Kawaki when he was in the village, when it got around that he was a former member of Kara, and how people were not really willing to trust him because they thought that, you know, maybe he's still a member and then maybe he's still working for them, and that this is probably just a plan by this group that attacked the village, essentially to weaken it and to possibly, you know, just cause more damage and more havoc around the village. Because if you remember, the Leaf Village kind of has a bit of a history of, you know, outsiders coming into the village and just completely destroying things and just completely wrecking people's lives. So anytime there's even a chance of that happening again, they're going to be a little bit wary of it. And I thought that maybe that's what was going to happen to Boruto because, we saw in the past that what was going on with Boruto, they wanted to keep it a secret because they were afraid of what might happen should that information ever get revealed. And I thought that that was leading to eventually the secret being revealed that Boruto has this alien that invaded the village sealed inside of him, and that he was going to sort of go through what Naruto went through in that way, and people not really trusting him, even though, again, it wasn't really his fault. He never planned for Momoshiki to put the karma mark on him. He never planned to have Momoshiki sealed inside him. But now he has to deal with people not really trusting him and possibly wanting him gone because they're afraid that something might happen to where Momoshiki would take over and eventually just doing what he did the last time he invaded, which was cause a lot of havoc to the Leaf Village, kidnap the Hokage, and essentially lead to the deaths of many people around the village, which is, again, the last time that happened. Or every time it happened, every time, like I said, someone ends up invading the village, people die, the village gets destroyed, and yeah, they rebuild, but how long before it happens again? So you could understand why people would be a little wary against someone like that. But instead, we got this whole thing with omnipotence and how it just made people believe a lie, and that's why Boruto now has people against him, and that's why he essentially now is going to have the whole world hunting him, because it's going to be relayed that Boruto possibly killed Naruto, who is known around the world as the hero who stopped the Ten Tails, the hero who saved the world during the Fourth Great Shinobi War, someone who was beloved all around the world by many people. To see the person who ended up killing that person, of course, will be seen as public enemy number one. And that's why he has people going against him. Personally, for me, I'm not really a big fan of the fact that that's the route that they chose to go instead of the one that I feel like probably would have been a lot more interesting just from a narrative perspective. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video right here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you guys like what happened in the Boruto chapter? Did you like the fact that that's how the prophecy was fulfilled? Did you like that it was because of an ability instead of something that, let's say, Boruto himself actually did? And instead of it being something that was inadvertently done to him, kind of like what happened to Naruto, how he had the Nine Tails sealed against him, against his will, because he didn't choose to have Kurama sealed inside of him. And Boruto didn't ask to have Momoshiki, of course, sealed inside of him. He didn't ask to have Momoshiki give him the karma mark, which would turn him into an Otsutsuki against his will. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're here, guys, if you like this video, if you want me to make more videos like this, please consider leaving a like, sharing the video out there, subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell for notifications, and I hope I see you guys for my next video. Bye for now.